only a select few cruise lines occupy the coveted ultra-luxury tier. These elite cruise operators deliver an exceptionally refined experience. Think lavish suites, flawless service, and a distinct air of exclusivity. All-inclusive pricing is the norm, with gourmet dining and in some cases the indulgence of personal butler service. Among the most renowned names in this category are Regent Seven Seas Cruises, Seabourn, Silversea, and Crystal Cruises. Today, we'll take a closer look at two of them, Silversea and Seabourn. What sets them apart, and which one might be your perfect escape? We will attempt to compare and contrast these two cruise favorites in 11 categories: the fleet, destinations and itineraries, dress code, family considerations, entertainment, private and public spaces, excursions, service, onboard activities and amenities, food and beverage, and price and value. Let's do it. Seabourn has just 6 vessels, including 2 expedition ships. Silversea currently operates 12 ships in its fleet, 8 ocean vessels, and 4 expedition-class ships. So for sheer numbers alone, Silversea wins this category. As I just outlined, Silversea has twice as many ships in their fleet, so they offer about twice as many destinations and itineraries. Seabourn does beat Silversea for trips in the Kimberley. This region in northwest Australia has become wildly popular, and there are about 6 cruise lines which explore the coastline. Seabourn's purpose-built expedition yachts sail the Kimberley coast each season, offering zodiac landings at various spots. But overall, Seabourn has a tough time competing in this category merely due to its smaller fleet, so Silversea wins the category. Seabourn Cruises has recently relaxed its dress code. They have eliminated formal nights on their expedition cruises. On all ships, Seabourn now allows what they call elegant jeans in all dining rooms on non-formal nights. Their evening dress code is elegant casual, which includes slacks, skirts, blouses, and jackets are optional. We think the industry trend and passenger preference is towards a less formal and more relaxed shipboard attitude, and both Seabourn and Silversea seem to equally grasp this concept, so there's no clear winner in this category. Silversea offers a dedicated children's activity room on some of its ships, like this one on Silver Muse. The room includes entertainment options like PlayStation and Xbox. Located on Deck 9, this is a space for kids ages 6 to 16 to play, interact with a children's host, and participate in age-appropriate activities. Seabourn, on the other hand, is not ideal for families with young children, as they don't offer dedicated children's play spaces, programs, nor activities. So in this category, Silversea has the edge. Nothing beats live music before and after dinner on a cruise, a special treat we simply can't easily enjoy at home. Both Silversea and Seabourn have Broadway-style dancing and singing in their largest venues. But Seabourn has some headliners who come aboard for a week or two, and the ones we saw were outstanding. One was a West End performer, and another was a very funny and talented magician. Silversea scores points here for Silver Note, the dining venue that also has live entertainment. In the end, we are hard-pressed to pick a winner in this category, so let's say it's a tie. Both Seabourn and Silversea deliver distinctive high-end public spaces. Both have adorned their ships with lovely wall hangings, statues, and other captivating pieces of art. Silversea has the Connoisseur's Corner, a lounge for premium cigars and top-shelf spirits. As for cabins and suites, most Seabourn ships have about 7 categories, while Silversea has closer to 9. Both lines have well-appointed suites, but on Seabourn, we were surprised to learn that most cabins and suites are not equipped with coffee makers. But the real reason Silversea excels in this category is the unique design of its newest Nova-class ships, Silversea and Silver Nova. The layout features an eye-popping, asymmetrical design, offsetting the engine casing and allowing for wider connected views to the ocean and into the open decks and public venues. We feel Silversea gets the nod in this category. When you explore the all-inclusive page of the Seabourn website, you'll notice they don't mention excursions. That's because, with few exceptions, excursions are not included in your fare. On Seabourn's expedition ships, virtually all Ventures by Seabourn excursions, those are Zodiac landings, guided hikes, kayak tours, are included. Adventures using the submarines or kayaks are extra. However, Seabourn does offer the occasional shopping with the chef excursion. On our recent Seabourn cruise, we jumped ashore twice with the chef as he meandered through the local markets and gathered up produce, proteins, and other goodies. Later that day, we saw the chef's haul on the buffet at the Colonnade. Otherwise, on Seabourn's larger ships, like most other cruise operators, excursions are not included in your fare. Silversea, on the other hand, includes at least one complimentary excursion per port on most itineraries. These range from city walks to snorkeling to cultural tours, unless you opt for the pared-down essential fare. Having experienced excursions with both Silversea and Seabourn, we really can't say one is better than the other, so we'll just call it a draw. Both cruise lines maintain an impressive guest-to-staff ratio hovering close to 1-to-1. Silversea's crews feature a higher proportion of Filipino and other Asian staff, while Seabourn's team is largely drawn from Eastern Europe and Africa. Silversea gets extra points for making vegetable broth every morning for number one and delivering it to her no matter where we were on the ship. Silversea also gets kudos for scrambling to get me Irish cream for my morning coffee, even though the bars were closed. While service across both Silversea and Seabourn is generally excellent, there is one notable difference. Silversea includes butler service, whereas Seabourn does not. And that absence was felt during our recent Seabourn voyage. Take, for example, the confusion around reservations at Solis. On Silversea, that would have been swiftly handled by our butler. Then there was the surprising complicated matter of requesting a bottle of gin. What should have been simple turned into a 36-hour ordeal on Seabourn Ovation, with departments bouncing responsibility between guest services, housekeeping, and room service. A butler would have cut through the red tape and had that bottle delivered before dinner. Finally, on Seabourn, we faced a frustrating situation with the canceled shore excursion. These seemingly minor missteps added up, and without a dedicated butler to advocate on our behalf, they became genuine sources of frustration. For that reason, because of the butlers, Silversea comes out ahead in this category. Both Silversea and Seabourn have a wide range of onboard things to do. They both have well-equipped fitness centers, spas, great pools and hot tubs, deck games, and small casinos. But Seabourn has a unique getaway space on two of its ships called The Retreat. The Retreat is Seabourn's exclusive fee-based sanctuary on Deck 12 of its two newest ships, Seabourn Ovation and Seabourn Encore. Under a distinctive flower-shaped canopy, you'll find 15 private cabanas, plus a dedicated spa treatment cabana arranged around a raised central whirlpool. Limited to just 28 guests at a time, it offers unparalleled seclusion and pampering. Each cabana is styled as a luxury living room, plush seating, an HD flat-screen TV with Bluetooth headsets, a stocked mini fridge of your preferred beverages, privacy curtains, and 2 cushioned rattan loungers. A Retreat concierge delivers fresh fruit baskets, plush towels, personalized bathrobes, cocktails, and light bites from a healthy spa menu. The Spa Treatment Cabana lets you enjoy massages and facial rituals in the sea breeze. Cabana rates start at approximately $249 for a full sea day, $149 for a port or embarkation day, and $129 for a half day, morning or afternoon. Your day in the retreat also includes a souvenir tote bag, Bollinger champagne, an exotic fruit plate, lunch from a special menu, an afternoon tea selection, and a $50 spa voucher, plus premium sunscreen, Evian mist sprays, and cold towels to keep you cool and comfortable. Unique to Seabourn is their occasional caviar in the surf. Unique to Silversea is their innovative SALT program. SALT stands for Sea and Land Taste, and it's Silversea's immersive culinary program designed to connect you to each destination through its food and drink culture. Rather than just offering regionally inspired dishes, SALT weaves together onboard venues, hands-on cooking, expert talks, and curated shore excursions so you taste and truly understand the stories behind every flavor. On board, you'll find SALT venues, SALT Kitchen, and SALT Lab, a professional-grade demonstration kitchen for intimate, hands-on cooking classes. SALT is available on 4 of Silversea's ships, with a 5th in late 2025. Both Silversea and Seabourn have daily team trivia, but Silversea seems to have a lot more daily activities. Silversea has daily bingo. Silversea has several educational experiences such as bridge lessons and arts and crafts classes. Silversea also has gentlemen hosts who teach ballroom dancing. Take a look at this listing of events on a typical day on Silversea. Now take a look at this list for Seabourn. We feel Silversea wins this category. We're actually going to break down this category into 4 subcategories: reservation policies, surcharges and extra fees, choices, and food quality. As for reservations, Seabourn's hallmark is truly come when you like, with whom you please. All of its complimentary venues, the restaurant, the colonnade, the patio, Earth and Ocean, Solis, Sushi, are open seating. However, Sushi has just 30 seats and you may need to wait for a table at certain times. And Solis, which has replaced Thomas Keller's signature restaurant, does require reservations. We love the meals here, but the restaurant's booking rules are downright confusing. Every cabin gets 1 reservation before embarkation, and once you're on board, you can ask guest services for another reservation every 7 days. Yet if you simply walk to the restaurant, you're able to book a table every single night, which doesn't make sense at all. On Silversea, you'll need to reserve if you plan to dine in one of Silversea's specialty venues. That's Kaiseki, Salt's Chef's Table, La Dame, or Seishin. All other dining is open seating with no reservation required. We feel Seabourn wins this subcategory. Now let's talk about the upcharges, which is a sore spot with many cruisers. Seabourn has no upcharges for any of its restaurants. Silversea has several. Salt's Chef's Table on Silver Nova and Silver Ray will cost you an extra $180 per guest. That includes a complimentary wine and cocktail pairing. La Dame on the newer, bigger Nova and Ray charges an extra $160 per guest. That's $60 on the other older ships. Kaiseki has a $40 fee for dinner, $80 on Silver Nova, no fee for lunch, but the lunch menu is exactly what is available at La Terrazza Buffet, so there's really nothing special about lunch at Kaiseki. Seishin on Silver Spirit only has a $40 upcharge. So Silversea totally fumbles this subcategory. Why call it all-inclusive when it's really not? Seabourn wins this subcategory. As for dining choices on board, Silversea's newest ships have 10 different dining venues, including the aforementioned Salt Chef's Table and Salt Kitchen. Neither ship has the Asian venue Indochine, and Silversea is replacing Indochine on Silver Muse with a new Salt Kitchen. That will happen during its upcoming dry dock, in November 2025, when Muse will undergo a major refurbishment. Silversea and Seabourn also have the Marquee, which is not found on its other ships. It is a relaxed outdoor venue serving casual fare and open from early morning until late evening. Most all the other older Silversea ships have 8 venues. Only one of those venues is buffet style, and that's La Terrazza at breakfast and lunch. Silversea's expedition ships typically have just 4 restaurants. Seabourn has just 6 dining venues on most of its ships, with 2 of those being buffet style. The largest buffet is at the Colonnade, but there are always a la carte choices for those who want to avoid the buffet. Both Seabourn and Silversea have counter-service cafes serving coffee, tea and drinks, baked goods, light snacks, and sweet treats. On Silversea, it's the Arts Cafe. On Seabourn, it's Seabourn Square. This is where number 1 gets her daily matcha latte. Both Seabourn and Silversea have poolside venues which change names and menus from daytime to evening. On Seabourn, the patio changes to Earth and Ocean. On Silversea, the grill transforms into Hot Rocks.
Sure, not a problem.
On days at sea, Silversea throws a special themed lunch buffet. One day it was American Diner. And on another day, it was Good Morning Vietnam.
Recharge by 1 hour. As long as it is a good day, everything is good. Ladies and gentlemen, whatever you choose to do today, I wish you a majestic day on board the Silver Spirit, and take care.
Same seat. And special beer of the day is called Sagan beer. Basically, it's a light beer.
Seabourn occasionally hosts intimate dining events at the Retreat on Seabourn Ovation and Encore. About twice a week, guests are invited to a specially curated 5-course wine dinner, usually priced around $250 per person. It's the perfect way to spend any shipboard credits. At the dinner we attended, the champagne retailed for $471, and the Penfolds averaged $514. Silversea's all-around dining lets you have meals delivered anywhere on the ship. One evening, we hosted a small cocktail party in the observation library and enjoyed a setup of light bites and caviar for all of us to enjoy. For a complete guide to dining on Silversea ships, check out our video. The link is above and below. But for sheer number of choices, the nod in this subcategory goes to Silversea. Finally, in the food and beverage category, let's talk quality. Seabourn's main dining venue, the restaurant, is consistently excellent, with daily menu overhauls, refined service, and outstanding presentation. At 435 seats, it's nearly twice as large as any of the restaurants on any Silversea ship. Our number 1 Silversea venue is Silver Note, not only for the food, but also for the entertainment. Close seconds are Atlantide, and Indochine. Seabourn's buffet, the Colonnade, gets extra points for the daily themes such as British, surf and turf, Greek, Indian. You get the idea. Both Seabourn and Silversea get extra credit for unlimited caviar, although Seabourn serves caviar with toasted bread instead of blini. And no discussion about cruise dining would be complete without a brief mention of in-suite dining. Both Silversea and Seabourn excel in this regard. But Silversea lost points with me for this poor excuse for a Reuben sandwich. So to recap, Silversea has more choices, especially at dinner time, with more and smaller intimate venues. But Seabourn has fewer reservation hassles and no upcharges or extra fees. We feel overall, Seabourn wins the all-important food and beverage category. Any discussion regarding price and value really should include a comparison of the loyalty programs and considerations for solo travelers. Both Silversea and Seabourn offer solo cruisers the same supplement of 25%, meaning you'll pay an additional 25% above and beyond the per-person fares paid by couples sharing a suite. As for loyalty programs, Seabourn is the winner. You'll earn a free 7-day cruise after logging 140 days on board. With Silversea, you'll need more than twice that many paid days to get a free 7 nights. Now let's look at some fare examples. Let's say you want to book a 7-night Alaskan cruise a good year in advance. What will it cost you? Well, on Seabourn, the smallest suite is the veranda suite at 365 square feet. 65 square feet of that is the balcony. That will set you back $4,334 or $619 per night per person. What can you get on Silversea? Well, typically the cheapest fare is the port-to-port fare for a Vista suite, which is 10% smaller than Seabourn's veranda suite, except there is no veranda. That fare, for a limited time only here, is $4,690 or $670 per person per night. So how can one compare different fares and different suite sizes? Well, if you really want to be geeky about it, and I do, here are the per person, per night, per square foot numbers. Seabourn is $619 per night, per person, divided by 365 square feet equals $1.69 per person per night per square foot. Silversea is $670 per night per person divided by 335 square feet, or about an even $2 per person per night per square foot. But Silversea has an even cheaper fare called the Essential Fare. No pre-cruise benefits, no post-cruise benefits, no excursions, and it is non-refundable. Here's an example of that fare. A 7-night Mediterranean cruise for just $3,250 per person for the Vista Suite, or in geek terms, $1.38 per person per night per square foot. That's a great deal. And it should be noted that Silversea may offer you a last-minute upgrade for a fee. That happened to us on one of our Silversea cruises. We originally booked the classic veranda suite at about $4,600 per person. 2 days before sailing, Silversea emailed us with an offer to upgrade to a silver suite, twice as big as the classic veranda. We grabbed it and paid just 76 cents per person per night per square foot. Silversea wins this category. In conclusion, when choosing between ultra-luxury lines like Silversea and Seabourn, seasoned travelers often suggest letting the destination guide your decision. Both deliver outstanding quality and refined experiences, and in our view, you truly can't go wrong with either. In the end, it may simply come down to which of these categories is more important to you, or which is sailing to your dream destination at just the right time. Please post any comments or questions below. Thanks for watching, and bon voyage.